Bournemouth 3, Liverpool 2. The Reds are no longer unbeaten in 13 as they lose quite humiliatingly against a very poor Bournemouth team who hasn't won in their last 7 games. Big up everyone that's watching on the replay. I hope everyone is doing well as always. Housekeeping before we get started with the video. Make sure you like the stream, subscribe if you haven't already, and please do leave your comments below just to get your thoughts on the game, whether you agree with what I say, if I missed out anything that you think is important to notice. Just put it in the comment section below and I'll be more than happy to read them out. But Liverpool lost. They finally lost in almost 2 months, in that Fugazi 2-month period where we were unbeaten against a poor Bournemouth team who were in a run of 1 win in their last 7 in the Premier League, if I'm not mistaken. And it's a game that before the game started, I was very confident in beating after a good display in Marseille. I thought we'll go into this game with a lot of confidence, and a lot of belief that we can go and get the 3 points. And today was the complete opposite. We looked devoid of ideas when we were 2-0 up or 2-0 down. We relied on set pieces for the first time, which is the only positive I can take from this game. The fact that we scored 2 set pieces out of a possible 120 odd in the entire season, which is an improvement, if anything. But the lineup, the performances from certain players, and I will get into those particular players in detail. But a bad day, a very humiliating and humbling way to lose. And in the manner that we did, the last minute after we got ourselves back into the game at 2-2, it's tough to take. It's tough to take. If I have anything as well, after the performance that I saw against Marseille, I thought going into this game we can really stamp our authority and get our season back on track. But unfortunately, as always, and the story of the season in general, the Reds have other ideas. They don't want to perform. They get humiliated by a poor team as well. We'll get into the game. So going to the lineup, I wasn't too keen on the lineup. I was happy with the formation that we played, the box midfield, the 4-2-2 as people call it. I think it's a system that, for me, in my personal opinion, is the way forward this season. I don't think any other formation will be beneficial because the players that we have available and the way we're playing, it just gets our best players in the right positions. The one thing I had an issue with was the fact that Hugo Ekitike did not start this game. I don't care if we're playing Karabag in the weekend, in all intents and purposes. If we can't beat Karabag with our second team at home at Anfield, then I'm sorry. Like, we shouldn't be even playing in the Champions League if that's a possibility. This game was really crying out for Hugo Ekitike, and it showed today. We lacked any cutting. We lacked a lot of cutting edge. Salah wasn't particularly good today. Gakpo was more or less non-existent today. Just again, poor pieces of play. Salah, when he had opportunities, just couldn't create anything or do anything. Gakpo, when he had the ball, just looked like a waste, just like a waste on the pitch. But again, can you blame a guy that's not really a striker? And we said this on multiple occasions. If Ekitike is available, play him. Play him until the fitness people say that he shouldn't be playing. The guy should be playing and starting every single game this season. And then after 60 minutes, if we're winning comfortably, take him off. Take him off. If there's an issue with fitness, take him off after 60 minutes. But from now on, Ekitike should be starting every Liverpool game from now until the end of the season, unless he either has an injury or is a fitness issue. That's the crux of the matter. You can't argue otherwise. He's been our best player, arguably our best player this season, along with Szoboszlai, who we'll get onto. This guy deserves to play every single minute of every single game this season, and he's shown it, and he deserves it. The fact that we have Isak, who's unavailable because of an ankle injury, and our backup striker can't play at striker when he's sitting on the bench, is ridiculous. Ridiculous. But even though we started off well in the game, We started off well in the first 20 minutes, 25 minutes. We had a lot of opportunities to go forward. We had a lot of openings as well. Soboslai being one of the main assets, playing a lot of through balls into the likes of Salah and Gakpo. But again, the lack of clinical edge that we have and the lack of decision making in the final third has been an issue, especially in the Premier League, for a very, very long time. And it showed again today. How many opportunities we had to go. We had breakaways into the Bournemouth area, and we did nothing with the ball. It speaks volumes of how poor we've been in front of goal and in the penalty area as well. It speaks volumes. But so far, so good. Liverpool playing well, dominating the game, not allowing Bournemouth to have any form of possession. But as always, when it comes to Liverpool, something has to happen. And Virgil van Dijk, who's meant to be the colossus, the captain, the leader of the team, uncharacteristically swings his leg at a ball and completely misses it. To which Alex Scott runs into. But that's not the thing that annoyed me. That's not the thing that annoyed me. The fact that Virgil van Dijk, knowing he made a mistake, half-heartedly tried to close him down. I don't even know what he tried to do. He just stood there. And, I'm being a bit nice to Virgil. He barely closed him down. Did absolutely nothing. Just stood there expecting Alex Scott to play it out of play. Which, again, lazy defending. Pathetic defending, as I'd call it. From a player that has so much experience, had experienced a lot of things with the football club, winning the major trophies, the Premier Leagues, the Champions Leagues. To do that kind of defending is an absolute disgrace. Alex Scott plays the ball back into the penalty area, and Evan Nielsen tucks it away for 1-0. As a result, Joe Gomez, our fourth choice centre back, who's known to be very injury prone, goes down after, I think, 25 minutes, and subsequently gets substituted off for Endo, which says a lot. A midfielder playing at centre back, and the club don't think is ideal to go into the market to sign a centre back, regardless if it's Gahey. They just don't think is worth it, and we're playing Endo at centre back. The craziness of this football club. So now we go into the game 1-0 down, with one less centre back and a midfielder playing at centre back. But things go from bad to worse when Kerkez, who had a horrible game, which is the complete opposite of what he's been for the last couple of weeks. Horrible game. Did not track the run of Alex Jimenez. Virgil van Dijk, again at the scene of the crime, not organising his back line, being the last man that plays Jimenez onside. If he kept his line, he would have definitely been offside, but he didn't. Jimenez goes on, latches onto the through ball. One ball through the entire midfield and through the defense, and tucks it away for 2-0. After 25 minutes. Was it 25 minutes? No, I'm being a bit harsh. After 35 minutes, like it's any better. So 35 minutes into the game, we are 2-0 down at the Vitality Stadium, which it should never ever happen given the form of Bournemouth this season. Then we have a bit of luck. We have a bit of luck and a little bit of hope as well. Dominic Szoboszlai, again, best player on the pitch, crosses the ball in, and Virgil van Dijk makes amends to get us one goal back before half time, which gives us a little bit of hope. Gives us a little bit of hope to go into the second half, going for all out to get the equaliser and possibly getting the win as well. If you're going down 2-1 against a Bournemouth side that's been relatively poor and lacking any confidence for the last few weeks, you would back your team to get back into the game. But boy, the second half was a ball fest. Second half, we could barely created any chances. We couldn't keep control of the ball. We couldn't manufacture any form of clear-cut chances. We couldn't get our best players on the ball as well. Touches were poor. Lack of ideas. It's just an absolute ball fest from minute 45 to around about minute 70 when divine intervention comes through. Again, through Dominic Szoboszlai. And the 80th minute where Szoboszlai comes in and scores a free kick, another Szoboszlai special to make it 2-2. But you think, okay, 2-2, 10 minutes plus injury time left. Maybe we can go and get another winner. But unfortunately, Bournemouth had other ideas. They go down the counter attack off our corner, get a throw in, take their first long throw in, which we barely deal with, which results in another throw in on the other side of the pitch. And Virgil Van Dijk, again at the scene of the crime, loses a 1v1. And I'm going to repeat myself, loses a 1v1 to a 5'7" Amin Adli. Virgil van Dijk, standing at 6 feet and 4 inches, lost an aerial battle against Amin Adli, who's 5'7". There's no excuses for that. No excuses for that. Having watched Amin Adli at Bayer Leverkusen for good 2 years, he's not good in the air. Not good in the air at all. And for someone of Virgil van Dijk's caliber to lose an aerial battle to someone like Amin Adli is an absolute disgrace. But he loses the aerial battle, and Amin Adli has a chance to tuck it away for 3-2, and he does that calmly and nigh on perfectly as well. As Amin Adli scores is the final kick of the game, and we end up losing 3-2. The game overall was marred by Virgil van Dijk's lack of defensive awareness and lack of urgency and arrogance that cost us. I've been given a lot of praise to Virgil van Dijk for the past 3 to 4 seasons. I think I will now still stand by it. He has been the best centre back in the world for the past 6 years overall. Even when he had his ACL and came back, I still said he is one of the best defenders in the world, if not the best defender, and he proved it when he came back. But this season and this game alone, and especially this game alone, it was a disgraceful performance from minute 1 to minute 90. And that's not what I need from a team that's lacking in confidence. I don't need my captain to be putting out stinkers like that. Ridiculous, man. And on for the manager. Like I said earlier, the manager got the entire tactics wrong. Sorry, the tactics were okay in my opinion. I'll correct myself. The tactics were okay, but the starting lineup, the fact that Ekitike, our best player for the past couple of weeks, was not starting this game was frankly disgraceful. And once again, another issue tactically. We can't defend set pieces. We can't defend set pieces. Aerially, we can't defend. How is it that we have two of the biggest centre backs in the Premier League, and Van Dijk, Ibu Konate, Joe Gomez as well, 6'2", 6'3". How is it we can't defend set pieces? How is it we can't defend long lofted balls from the centre backs to the penalty area? How can't we defend crosses into the box? This is something that the manager has not addressed since the start of the season, and he's blatantly made it obvious. He said it in his interviews that it's an issue that we need to sort out, and we haven't sorted it out. We have the worst record in defending set pieces in the Premier League, and nothing's been done about it. We got rid of our set piece coach. We still haven't addressed it, and yet every single team from the bottom half of the Premier League to the top have exploited our weakness, which is defending set pieces. I won't be surprised if every team in the Premier League has scored a set piece against us. That's how poor we've been. And the manager as well. I wonder what you said at halftime. You know what? I wish I was a fly in the dressing room, just wanting to watch and hear what the manager said, because what he said, I wonder if he had any form of influence or any form of motivation to get those players into believing that we'll win the game. And my mind hasn't changed. And the sooner he steps down, or the sooner the club do something about it, the better for me. Because again, I don't want this season to be thrown away like any other season we had. We should be winning the major competitions because of the quality we have. And I'm not going to change my mind about it as well. But people, that'll be it for the match reaction. I want to hear your thoughts and opinions. If you have any thoughts, do leave it in the comment section below. I will be back for the Carabao preview. I know I said I was going to do a preview for this game, but life got in the way. But I will be doing a preview for the Carabao game, so watch out for that. Like I said, if you like this video, if you haven't already, subscribe if you're new, on the road to 1,000 subscribers. And I'll see you all for the Carabao preview in the Champions League. Peace.